Yo, what's good everyone, it's Zigzag here, welcome back to another Geoguessr video, and in today's video we're going to be playing Geoguessr but guessing AI generated images. Now I've done this kind of video in the past 2 years ago when AI generated images were a lot less powerful, but this website is also quite different. It creates artistic images based on Google Street Views, so not actually purely out of its own imagination, but instead based on a community world from Geoguessr. So without further ado, let's get into it. I've only seen screenshots. I've not played this myself yet at all. And here's the first one. And wow, the one screenshot I'd seen from this game was much more like a Street View image. This one seems like it's, off in the distance of that Street View image. And what country does it look like? I would say this forest over here looks super German. The rest of the landscape can fit for Germany. I would also say it looks quite a lot like France, Belgium, maybe even Denmark, Poland, Czechia. I'm gonna say Germany though. This forest in the background looks super German to me, so I'm just gonna go with that. And okay, it was France. That's not too bad, 4,000 points-ish, and it's based on this image, which is much flatter. Yeah, it's just purely based on that image. Interesting. I like how this works, guys. I do like it. Okay, next one here is going to be completely different. It's an oil painting, okay? And, oh wow, this is this is really quite something. Okay, so we're in the United States. I mean, you can just tell it by the cars, by the houses here. That much is obvious. In the background, we do see mountains, and we do see these wooden poles, so the background does kind of remind me maybe of like a western state, like a Utah, Idaho, maybe even like a California. Vegetation wise, it's much harder to say. I don't know though, because these houses could easily be East Coast as well. So it's really down to how much we trust this mountain in the background, I feel. I want to trust it. I'm going to say we're in Salt Lake City, Utah. No, I'm not. I'm going to say Boise. No, it feels too risky, guys. I actually just want to go California. I'm going to go Sacramento, California. I think that's best. Where's it going to be? That has to be crazy. Nah. Okay, that's really interesting. So it's turned the concrete poles into wooden poles. It's made the cars American, and it's made the houses American as well. Although you can see at least a slight Japanese-ness in the front house here. But this is the house it based it on. That's so interesting. I feel like that one's just about impossible, because that's what we were trying to guess off of, guys. So interesting. We might have to get a bit more abstract in our conception of what's possible. Okay, next one here. Impressionist. Okay, this is going to be tough. Clearly Europe, though. The row of trees here really reminds me maybe of like Netherlands, Germany. I would say it's also very lush. That definitely fits. It could be the US. And obviously, if you're thinking of impressionist artworks, probably most of them were painted in Europe, which makes me think, just like the last one, maybe it could still be the US, but just European looking trees in the US, just because of the genre of painting. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? Anyway, I'm going to guess Netherlands here. I think it's the most likely, in my opinion. And okay, it was Spain. And yeah, I can see that. That's honestly a fairly faithful representation. Though it does look more like Northern or Central Europe just based on the vegetation. And that's, again, probably due to the sample size of Impressionist paintings. Anyway, not too bad there. Watercolor again this time. Watercolor gave us some problems last time, did it not? Okay, but this time we got a blue strip on the plate. Nice. These houses though, guys, they almost remind me of like Malaysia or Singapore or something. So I'm not sure how much I want to trust this license plate. The rest of the image kind of looks like Singapore, Malaysia. It could even be Australia, to be fair. Maybe it's just the way the watercolor is, but this kind of like darkish tinge road, like the tinge to the road, reminds me of Asia. And it could be like a really rich suburb of Singapore. So I'm going to go down here on Sentosa, which is like the richest suburb of Singapore. Imagine we got it right. And it's actually just Italy. Okay. Yeah, I mean, the blue strip actually did get carried over. That was probably there, and you can see that that car was represented here as well. It is interesting. I think that's gettable, but honestly, these houses did not look Italian. And that's just part of the image generation. That's just part of the image generation. Okay, all right. I was thinking it was going to be pretty easy, but since the first round, we've not had too much success. This time in a cartoon style. Okay, interesting. I mean, look at this. It's a factory. I feel like factories are one of the buildings in the world that varies the least from country to country, right? Factories in pretty much every country look like this, so not feeling too great. The rest of the vibes are kind of European. These signs kind of vibe European a little bit. All in all, it kind of reminds me of like Finland or the Baltics or something. So I think I'll go for Finland. Will there actually be a railway in the actual image? Probably not, but let's see. Okay, and it was Thailand. Okay, let's see the image here. Honestly, guys, there was not much, but as I said, this one was always going to be difficult, and the AI took a lot of creative liberty on this one, so... Okay, we can still go back and complete previous days, and I am kind of having fun, even though this is really challenging. I want to see if I can get a really high score here. That's what I want to see. Okay, vintage. Okay, this one should be more faithful. This should just be the United States. But here's my big but, guys. We have this house off to the left. It kind of looks African. So I'm wondering what it's actually taken from here, because obviously the standard guess would just be to go New Mexico. The poles, the truck, it all is American. But, I think there's lying and deceit going on here. I think I'm going to trust the finer details, like some of these houses, and I'm actually going to go in Gaborone, Botswana. Is that crazy? Maybe. Let's go. Nope, it was Argentina. Okay, what the heck? What does this image have anything to do with this one, man? That is actually rough. It's just been trained on so many American images that it's just hallucinating that things look like New Mexico. Like, brother, this does not look like New Mexico at all. Look at any detail here, but okay, fair enough, fair cop. I at least got that it was Southern Hemisphere. I at least got that it was wrong that it wasn't the US. Something about it. So, okay, sketch. This could be good for us. Oh, that looks like Australia, does it not? We got bollards everywhere. We got bollards absolutely everywhere here. So that would probably, I mean, these look more European in theory. Very interesting road line conventions here. Double lines in the middle on a divided highway. That makes no sense. Also, the divided highway has like these bushes in the middle, and then the middle just disappears, which is kind of funny as well. Okay, what do I want to do? Do I want to stick to my Australia guns? And we're driving right-hand side of the road, so that's not very good. I'm going to stick to my Australia guns here, guys. It looks more like Australia. I'm going to say it. But if it's not, I hope it's not Spain, because that would be my second guess. Let's see. Look at that. It was Canberra. I even got the right area. Look at the image. Beautiful. Oh, I knew it was worth sticking out, guys. I knew it was worth sticking out. There you go. 4,700. Let me know if you're able to do better than that on a big country. That is delectable. That is delectable. I clicked in the right area, man. Oh my gosh. Okay. I'm invested again. I'm invested again. Come on. Next one here. Netherlands. Immediately. Flat. Bollards. The problem is the yellow lines. Are there yellow lines in the image? I feel like the AI just makes up the lines. I'm feeling like if I'm just squinting and I'm vibing out this image, Netherlands all day. Let's go. No. Argentina. Okay, to be fair, there was not much going on here, but the road lines were actually yellow. Okay. And the trees looked fairly European. I honestly don't even blame the AI here. It's also like a really like smudged up camera, which you do get around this area of Argentina. So yeah. Oh, this looks so much like Bangladesh. This time we have vintage style. Vintage was last time very inaccurate, but this time slam me down in either India or Bangladesh. I'm going to say Bangladesh. It looks like Bangla. Okay. It was Bangladesh. Yep. Beautiful. This time I actually used the source image. Look at it, it's got the bananas, it's got the bamboo. That's really nice. It saw the bananas, it saw the bamboo, and it made a very, even the bollards, it even took in the bollards. This was a really nice one. This was a great AI image, which uncannily is Bangladeshi. So there we go, that's another nice guess. Okay, we're kind of cooking up a score here. We could get 10K. I want 10K on this one. Ooh, European scene, surely. The mountain in the background is clearly like influenced by Utah or something. But the foreground, surely like Spanish, Italian, something along those lines. You'd probably think Spanish after all. I mean, if I was purely guessing based on what I think it looks like, I would go like Granada in Spain. But if I'm guessing based on what the AI kind of tends to generate, then I'm much less certain. I'll probably just like go more like the middle of Spain. But yeah, I'm pretty worried for like anything in Southern Europe here. Ooh, yeah, indeed, guys. I'm kind of cooking. I am kind of cooking here. 4.3K there. This is the actual image. Obviously nothing like it, but at the same time, you can see why it wanted to generate these very cool buildings here. Wowee. Okay, finish challenge. What do we get here? We had a 13,600 score. That I'm pretty happy with. We can even open them in Street View here. This was the first one that it tried to generate that crazy street from that looked American. I don't know, guys. Very interesting indeed. But yeah, that was sick. I want to go again. Okay, this first one looks so French. This looks like Paris. Particularly this lamp, the footpath. Less so the building, but it still looks French. I'm going to go for Paris here. Show me the Paris. Oh my gosh. Let's go, man. It actually AI generated something that looked like Paris, and it wasn't the outskirts of Paris. Let's go. That's amazing. Okay, again, another insane guess. This one's a 4,800 again. Nice, man. Actually, no, that is easily our highest score so far. Okay, let's lock in here. This one looks Indonesian, looks like Java, but I feel like these kind of terraced rice paddies is the kind of thing that AI would love to just make up. Now look at these trees in the background. They're actually eucalyptus trees. We got pine trees, we got banana plants. You can definitely see the kind of thing that's influenced the AI here. These eucalyptus trees, I don't actually trust them. But if I was going to trust them a bit more, maybe it would be Sri Lanka. That would be the other consideration here. Is this Sri Lanka or is it Indo? Maybe this is like the terraced rice farms that you get like up near Kandy, like this area. Maybe tea farms even. So Java or Sri Lanka. That's my 50-50 here. If I'm using these trees in the background, I go Sri Lanka. What does this button do? Oh, you can zoom in. Okay, didn't realize that. Doesn't help us too much. I'm gonna go for Sri Lanka. Screw it. Northern Philippines. Okay, it was actually terraced rice farms or terraced farming of some kind, but it definitely juiced it up to 1,000 here with this beautiful landscape. Not quite what you get up in this region of the Philippines. Not too bad there. 500 points, we'll take it. Still gunning for our top score. This is a oil painting now. Looks, ooh, log cabins. Big electricity pylons. We probably have one of those in our original image as well then. I'm thinking Austria here. I don't know, there's still a bunch of options. It's just, Austria is good because they don't do their electricity poles above ground. So you will see pylons instead of just normal poles, but still pretty rarely, so I'm not too sure about that. I'll still probably just guess Austria here, I think. Well, let's go for it. Okay, France. Yeah, we had a big pylon. It kind of made up the log cabins. You don't see the log cabins in France unless you're in the Alps, and obviously we were pretty far from the Alps in La Rochelle there, but still a good score. Still gunning for a 10,000 pointer on this one as well. Final image, clearly North American here. I mean, if this is actually not North America, then we're just getting scammed. We got like a North American disability park here, North American parking sign, houses, obviously. NA, I would probably go Toronto here. I think it reminded me of Toronto. It was outside Greenville, South Carolina there. That's what it actually looked like. It seems to make the houses much more grand, much more tall. In reality, this was like a 2-story building, but it made it into like a 4-story building almost, or 3-story at least. So interesting there. Still a 3,000 point score though, so not too bad. Oh, we're actually still able to beat our score here. We're on 11,000, we've still got one more. Now this, there's a lot that comes to my mind here. Are these trees trustworthy? Not so sure about that. Thoughts, Bolivia? Mexico in a way, South Africa in a way, Cambodia, Thailand. I don't know, there's just so much possible here, especially with like such a stylized artwork. I like it. Call me crazy, guys. It's setting off in my mind Cochabamba because we got like a ridge in the distance. It's kind of dry. The buildings as well. It just kind of reminds me of that. I'm gonna go for it. It's wrong, but let's see it. Come on. Yeah, India did not come to my mind. Maharashtra there, that's the actual image, to be fair. Wait, I actually like what the AI did here. Like, what are you really gonna make out of this one? That's honestly like a nice interpretation, and a really difficult image. So yeah, obviously couldn't win it there. We get 2 points for our final round, leaving us with 11,150. Very clean number there. Getting 15,000 in this mode is gonna be hard, I think. Okay, let's go again. 25th of July's game. This is the screenshot that I actually saw before I played. I mean, we're driving left. We have a yellow plate. We have British housing estates. Turn me up. I reckon it's just there. Birmingham. Come on. Let's see it. Okay, what's the UK? Nice. That one, like, ooh, actually, whoa, that's really interesting. Look at that, guys. It put it on the left. It put a yellow plate, even though that was not present in the original image. So that's something interesting. Very cool. Okay, fair enough. Good score to start off with. Vintage. You know what's funny? We have crazy poles here, but I'm just looking how sandy it is on the side of the road, and it makes me think we actually might just be back in Bangla here. Like, poles this time, they were much more accurate last time, but if I'm looking at that, I kind of believe. Weirdly enough, my other two thoughts were like a flat Italy and like an Argentina and like a South Korea. That's crazy, like 4 countries to be thinking of. But I'm gonna go for my idea with the sandy soil. Gosh damn it, it was Poland. Yeah, it was kind of sandy. What were they doing with these poles? They replaced the trees with poles, guys. I don't know. That's an unfortunate one. That's what I mean, guys. Like, even if you think you have a read, it's sometimes just completely wrong. Okay, this is Japan. Look at the pole top. Look at everything. Look at the houses. This is Japan. This is Japan. I'm gonna go Tokyo. No better place to go. What? No way. This image is clearly based on Japan. Look at the poles. Look at the houses, and yet what does it actually look like? Yeah, I see why it did it. That's annoying though. 1 point. Round number 4. Clearly based off the US here. Everything is the United States. Like the poles, the United States, the buildings, the cars, everything. It looks like New York. The image is probably based off of New York, but it's really hard to say more than that. I'm just gonna go there. It seems like my best option. United Kingdom, really, bro? Okay, it's quite an American looking scene. I can see that. It's kind of like industrial-ish. Red brick building. This building here looks almost a bit American, right? So I do understand why it tried to generate this building then, but And a final round here, again, based on the US, but is it actually, is the question. I'm gonna trust it again, bro. It looks so American, but this time maybe Canadian with the spruce tree here. I feel like the spruce tree is gonna be accurate, but if you wanted the crazy call, the road is made of concrete, so could it ever be Philippines? All it stole was the concrete road and it made up everything else. That's my other idea. It depends how baller I wanna be. Look, it's importing American houses, but guys, do I want to be a big baller here and go Philippines just based on the road? I'm doing it. No, South Africa. Okay, again, yeah, I couldn't even see the road, see these buildings. I kind of hate what it did there, though. It just took all the life out of this image. Why can't it be more like that Bangladesh one? The Bangladesh was the only image that like truly had the essence of where it was. And I guess also the Australia that I got right. And maybe the Britain as well, but like some of these are just so far. There we go. Round 1 had potential, but everything else was a dud here. All right, guys, let's try one more here. The scores have been reducing recently, but I'm liking it. Okay, another British housing estate here. I mean, last time it got Britain pretty well, so I want to try it again. Again, the car's parked on the left even, so you would think. I don't know why it's like turned it into like, I guess it's vintage. That's why it's making everything look old, but yeah, let's go Luton. Okay, again, it's down there. What, it's the same image, no? Is the same image, but this time in a different style. Okay, we actually just got a repeat round. That's kind of fascinating. And it did a good job of generating it both times, fair enough. This time it is 100% based on Japan. If this is not Japan, I'll be mad, because like how else are you meant to guess anything else? This is clearly 100% based on Japan. If it's wrong, it's Italy. I'm calling it, but no, it's not. It's gonna be Niigata in Japan. Go. Brother, why did it pick La Paz? Okay, to be fair, I had nothing to work with there. Why did it just hallucinate that La Paz was going to be Japan, though? I think it's based on the car. I mean, it might be a Japanese car, and it's just gone, well, Japanese car, I'll give you Japan then. Brother, this is not possible. It's not possible, though. Okay, next one. Ooh, very Asian looking building here. Look at this. We've got like these very cool like boats in the water. Is that a car? It's like a car hybrid boat floating behind this boat. It's kind of funny. It's also skyscrapers as well. So this is a very unique vibe. And a railway. I want to say, I mean, this is like, imagine this place existed in real life. Very cool. I want to say like Bangkok. That would be my honest guess based on what this looks like, but it's wrong. I know it already. I mean, what? You see, it is a Buddhist temple. It's very like, I would say Thai or like Cambodian architecture here. And it does kind of look like Asia based on the bridge, but what the heck? It's flipping North Macedonia, bro. What part of this image is remotely North Macedonian like? I think it got like the bridge here from this bridge in the image, like, but brother. Geomorph, what have you got for us? Okay, this one's very hard to vibe, I would say. And it reminds me of Spain. A lot of things remind me of Spain on here, though. Again, the poles are completely untrustworthy. This little sign might be more trustworthy. Kind of looks like almost French. Lavender fields, it almost feels like, in a way. Not quite, though. I'm gonna trust my gut here. I'm gonna go northern Spain. Okay, it was Poland. Oh, it's the same image again. Okay, it seems to have a limited data set here. The chances of getting 2 repeats on a community world is pretty low. British housing estate? Surely. We're going back down here, baby. Nah, but can we? It's already inside this round 1 that we had it again. So, you know what, screw it. Let's go. Wait, no, this time was up there. No, this time was Birmingham. Okay. Oh, no, it was generated based on this one, the one that made it look like New York last time. But this time I actually succeeded in making it look like Britain and even put the cars on the left. So, I don't know, guys. This was fun, and it did feel so good to get that Australia one correct, even though it looked nothing like Australia. That was actually very fun. But honestly, the game does leave a bit to be desired. If you know any other good, like, AI-generated games in this kind of vein, let me know and I'll give them a go. But overall, yeah, we did okay. We at least managed some points every game, and it was fun. Guys, this has been Geomorph. Check it out if you want. Thanks so much for watching the video all the way to the end. Till next time, guys, and goodbye.